everyone, happy Halloween. Well, for you guys it's gonna be happy belated Halloween because this probably won't be up until tomorrow. So, hey guys, I'm gonna go trick-or-treating soon. And I am going, since Halloween and it's spooky, I'm gonna talk about something a little bit spooky. But it is a little bit serious, and it's not conventionally spooky. Like, when you think of spooky, you usually think of ghouls or goblins or monsters or college debt. But when I think of spooky, I think of, here we go, vomit. Yes, that's right. Whenever I think of scary stuff, I think of vomit. That is because I have what is called emetophobia. Now, mine is actually diagnosed, and a lot of people think that emetophobia is where people just don't really like vomit, and really nobody does. But emetophobia is actually the crippling fear of vomit. Like, I do anything in my power not to get sick. I haven't gotten sick in 3 years. The last time I got sick was March in 2015. And that's how scared I am of it. I even remember the last date I got sick. And, now, I don't really remember when I started feeling afraid. All I remember is that in 5th, and 6th, and 7th, all the way up to 8th now, I'm in 8th, I have been absolutely terrified of vomit. It kind of started, weak. I was a little scared of vomit in 5th grade. I didn't like it. I knew I never wanted to get sick. And every time my brother got sick, I, was scared. And he gets sick a lot. And now when he gets sick, I'm, absolutely terrified. I just hide in my room. And I just, I hate it. I hate it. I get anxiety from it all the flipping time. It sucks. Sometimes I'm thinking, hey, what? Why couldn't I have been afraid of, something more avoidable, like spiders or something? And yeah, people will argue that you're always, 8 feet away from a spider or something. Oh, I look better like this. But, yeah, but it's not inevitable that you're going to be bit by a spider. It is inevitable that you're going to throw up, unless you have, surgery to stop that from happening. And, yeah. And then in 6th grade, that's whenever the incident happened. Now, in 5th grade, I didn't know I was scared of vomit. I just thought that everyone was like that. Yeah, I knew I was a little unusual. But, in 6th grade, well, the summer before 6th grade specifically, it was August 8th, 2016. All day, my brother hadn't been feeling very well. It was a very hot day. Hot, humid, disgusting. It was a horrible day. And my brother was overheated. He had only eaten, 2 McDonald's French fries. And we had been home alone with our stepdad all day. And I had been around him all day. And, my mom came home from work, and my brother was still feeling sick, and she was like, our stepdad went off to work, ex-stepdad now, went off to work, and she was like, hey, you guys gotta come to the dentist with me. I have a dentist appointment. And Xander didn't want to go, but he did anyways. He started feeling a little bit better on the way there. We got there. He was feeling a lot better. My mom got her teeth done, and that's when he started feeling sick again. He's like, and I was getting very anxious. I wasn't too anxious because my phobia hadn't really blossomed yet, but I was still a little anxious. And we went in the car, and I kid you not, this is what happened. Ooh, it's giving me anxiety just telling the story. Ooh. Okay, we sat down, and Mom started up the car. We started driving out of the parking lot whenever my brother was like, and I'm legit about this, okay? My brother said, is it okay if I throw up in the car? And me and my mom were obviously like, no. And then, too late. Oh McDonald's french fries and a bite of hamburger that day. You would not believe what came out of his body. It was I can't even think about it. Ugh. It was disgusting. And, yeah, I don't want to say spew chunk. Oh, it's so gross. Like gallons. And then I was screaming bloody murder. It was chaos. My mom was like, stop screaming. And I was like, puke at the car, puke at the car. Ugh. You can tell how scared I was because of how scared I am telling it. Yeah. And, yeah. My mom pulled over into this random person's house. I feel so bad for this random person. And Xander got out of the car and threw up what little left his stomach could scrape out. Keep on hitting my lamp. And, my stomach hurt. It was burning. It felt like someone threw a fireball into my stomach. That's how anxious I was. And that didn't really help. It was like a vicious cycle. See, whenever I'm scared of vomit, it makes my stomach hurt because of the anxiety, and anxiety produces more acid in the stomach. And that makes me even more scared that I'm going to throw up. And that makes the anxiety worse, therefore making my stomach hurt worse. It's awful. Anyway, so my mom is going to drop me off to this bowling alley place. And the only reason I know the date is, well, there's two reasons. One, it was a terrifying moment of my life. Well, another reason why I remember the date is because on that day, I had this little 6th grade getting ready bowling thing, where I went to the bowling alley and with some of my friends, and we talked about what we thought 6th grade was going to be like. And, yeah. And I remember looking at that poster so many times, looking forward to the event, being like, yes, August 8th, August 8th, August 8th, hey! August 8th. Freaking sucked! So, I remember going to the bowling alley. My mom dropped me off the bowling alley. The puke still stewing in the car. I was staring down at it the whole time, just freaking terrified. My mind was racing. My stomach was aching. I can write a poem about this. Anyways, she dropped me off the place. I went inside. She was like, don't be so anxious, honey. It's no big deal. I have to clean it up anyways. And I was like, I feel so bad for you. I was shaking. I went in there and I tried my best to put on my best face. I was shaking. I was sweating, pouring sweat like a waterfall. My stomach was, it was burning. It felt like someone poured hot acid down my throat. And I was shaking. I had Parkinson's or something. I was shaking so bad. And I was going in there like this. And I just like, in the main lobby before I went to see my friends, I was just like, calm down. Nobody can know that you just went through the most terrifying moment of your life. And I tried my best to hide my shaking, but I think people could notice it because it's kind of involuntary, you know. You can't, whenever you're in that sort of situation, whenever you're really anxious, you can't really stop yourself from shaking. And, yeah. And I was shaking. I went in. And I had like $3 on me, and I just remember my thoughts. What if I'm sick? I'm gonna get sick, aren't I? I'm gonna get sick. I'm gonna get sick. I'm so gonna get sick. I'm going to get sick. I'm gonna get sick. I'm gonna get sick. And I was shaking, and I was like, oh, there's pink lemonade. Maybe drinking some pink lemonade will help. So I drank some pink lemonade, and I was shaking as I was holding it, and I was like, oh, I almost spelled it there. I was like trying my best to act as happy and normal as possible, acting so happy and normal that it was clear that I wasn't happy and normal. I was shaking, drinking my lemonade. It was dripping down my face. I was shaking so hard. And I just was cracking jokes like normal. And I was like, maybe if I eat some candy, I'll feel better. So I got my $2. And several times I went up to the vending machine. And I was like, should I get candy? Should I get candy? Should I get candy? I don't know if I should get candy. Oh, no. and I never got candy. I went home, I ate ice cream, I felt better. Xander, or my brother, didn't throw up anymore after that. He was just overheated. And yeah, that's my emetophobia. And one more thing. A lot of people feel like they have the right to make fun of me for my emetophobia, including my father. Thanks, Dad, if you're watching this. But I really don't like it when you make fun of me. It's not my fault. I'm scared. I really wish I wasn't scared. Oh, it sucks. You feel like you have to hide it, but then something happens, and you have to tell someone that you can't. You're going to have a full-out anxiety attack. You already are having an anxiety attack, and that you have to leave. But I told my classmates, I'm not going to name who they are. There were 2 boys in my class, and they were like, what's the thing you're most afraid of? And I was like, to be honest, vomit. And they were like, what do you mean? You just don't like vomit? And then after I told that, they would always make fun of me. Like, they would go like, hey, Lorelai, look, come here. And I'd be like, what? And they'd be like, and I'll be like, oh. Boy! I would just, it gets me so angry. Like, I don't make fun of you for being afraid of frickin' 8-legged weird things crawling across the floor. Those are nothing. And I'm sorry, but it's not my fault that I'm afraid of it. And you don't have the right to me for it. It's not fair. Like, that would be like if I made fun of you for being in a wheelchair. You were born without legs. That really sucks. You chose to do that, right? You chose to be born without legs. No, that's not right. People seem to think I chose to be afraid of it. No, I never chose to be afraid of it. It's not my freaking fault, and you don't have the right to make fun of me for it. Okay, now, I hope this is a little educational lesson for you. Mostly females have emetophobia, and it's actually the 6th most common phobia. A lot of people are just embarrassed to say it because it's embarrassing. But I hope that I help some of you out there who might have emetophobia. I'm 13 and I have emetophobia, so I hope everyone has a fantabulous Halloween. Woo! Bye! Oh wait, no, I want to show you all my costume before I go. I am Robin Hood. Bye.